So, Champions League semi-final against Roma for Liverpool. Paul Merson, what will they make of that?
Yeah, quietly pleased, Jeff, I would have said. I think them or Real Madrid you'd have been pleased with. I think Bayern Munich are the ones that are going under the radar because I don't think we watch a lot of German football, but they're a decent team. But, yeah, I think you've got to be pleased with Roma. Salah going back to his old club.
Do you see Liverpool as potential winners of the whole thing now?
Yeah, I do, definitely. I do. Yeah, I do, because of their front three. I just think they'll score goals. I really do. I think they'll score goals. I just think it's just fallen right for them. And fair play. They've knocked out the favourites 5-1 on aggregate. I mean, it's no mean feat. Yeah.
Look, it begs a question too about Manchester City, doesn't it? 3 straight defeats now, conceding a lot of goals. Is it just fatigue, or are they short in 1 or 2 areas still?
I think the manager's made big mistakes in the last couple of weeks, in my opinion, Jeff. I think the Everton game, I think disrespected Liverpool, playing virtually a full team at Everton. I think there was no need for that. I didn't think there was a need to win the league this quickly. I think you go out, you rest everybody for the Everton game and play at Liverpool on the Tuesday or Wednesday night. So I didn't think that helped. And then, you know, the Man United game, I just think when they've been under pressure and they've been against the wall, and it's only been a few times this season, they've melted. They've melted. You know, Liverpool away, 4-1 down, all over the shop. You know, Liverpool 3-0, Champions League, all over the place. Man United 2-0 up, could have been 10-0 up. When it got hard, melted. And the other night, 1-0 up in a minute, you think, oh, there's going to be trouble here. I know they dominated the game, but can't remember. I wouldn't have given the keeper 10 out of 10. It wasn't one of them, you know, games. I mean, they hit the bar, and if it was VAR, they probably would have hit the post, and VAR would have given them a goal. But I just think he has learnt a lot of this, not just for him, but the players. I think the players, they're great when it's all going for them. I just don't think they've shown enough when it's gone against them.
Liverpool shown, maybe Spurs, I think we touched on it the other week, that actually, you know, they might be right up there contending with Manchester City next season.
Oh, I have no question with Tottenham. I think Man United will. This is why it's the best league in the world. We won't. Teams, we've seen it a million times. We see it when Man City first won the league. When Aguero scored, you thought Man City are going to run away with the league for the next how many years. It just don't happen. Teams, you know, they're clever. They go out, they buy the right players, and it will be hard for Man City next year. And you know, I see them losing again this weekend. 4 on the trot. Who would have thought that?
And a semi-final for Arsenal as well in the Europa League, but blimey, they made hard work of it in Moscow, didn't they?
Oh, I mean, over 2 legs. I mean, they should have won the first leg 7 or 8, you know, and they didn't. And they were up against it. When it goes 2-0, the game's in the balance. But fair play. Looking at the other results over the week, they've done well to come back and draw 2-2, and they're through. But you know, with Liverpool getting a nice draw or a nicest draw, you look at Arsenal's, it's the worst draw you could possibly have.
Do you think that, you know, to try and put a positive spin on it, do you think Atletico are not quite the force they were?
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're the force they are. I think the big consolation with getting Atletico Madrid, they're not going to blow you away. You're always going to be in the games. You know, they don't beat teams 3 and 4. They just don't play that way. But I watched them yesterday against Sporting, and even when they were 1-0 down, they just know how to look after a game. You know, there was never any panic. You really didn't ever really look like getting back in the game, Sporting, if I'm being honest. So, you know, fair play to them. But Arsenal being at home first, I would have rather been away. You know, you come back from there 1-0, got a chance. You know, you just don't know what you need to do. But
you sound like you don't fancy them.
I don't, not one bit.
No.
Not one bit. No, I don't over 2 legs, Jeff. I just think they'll suffocate Arsenal. I just don't think Arsenal will be disciplined over the 2 legs. And you can't have a performance like they did at CSK Moscow because they'll just get blown away. You know, and Costa don't seem to play. I think Costa plays.
Let's talk a bit about the Premier League this weekend. I mean, the biggest relegation clash is Crystal Palace against Brighton, and we know there's always a bit of feeling between the 2 clubs. Anywhere, who do you fancy in that, Merce?
I fancy Palace strongly. I think, you know, they use a phase in golf on the 3rd day. It's in the Opens, it's moving day. I think this is moving weekend at the bottom. I think you look at the games, Palace at home, Huddersfield at home, Swansea at home, they all have to win. If they all win, Jeff, you look at Southampton and Stoke, you go over to you lot, win 3 games out of your last 6. That's a big ask. You know, Huddersfield Cup final, if they don't win, I just think Palace have got enough. I've seen Palace enough times. I don't think they know how to finish a game off. I don't think their management on the football pitch is very intelligent, because I watched them at Bournemouth. They should have won that game. They go and draw it, and we've seen other games. But I expect them to win this game, and they'll be safe. But Huddersfield and Swansea as well, if they win these games, you look at Southampton and Stoke, I don't see how they get out of it.
Yeah, well, Southampton play earlier, of course, against Chelsea. Did you not think there was enough encouragement in Southampton's performance at Arsenal to make them think they can actually get something out of this?
Yeah, I just think what worries me with Southampton is they got to go for it. They got to go for it. And you look at this Chelsea team who they look like they've took their foot off the gas. But at the same time, it's a lovely game for people like Hazard, William, people like that, and Fabregas. They're not going to get kicked off the pitch at St Mary's. It's going to be a football match, and Southampton have to win. And I don't think when it gets into a you have a shot, we have a shot, I just don't see how Chelsea don't beat them.
Chelsea have lost twice in 18 meetings with Southampton, so they've got a fantastic record against them as well. Just thought on the Championship finally, Merce, we know Wolves are going to be going up. Fulham in second place, Cardiff in third at the moment. Who do you fancy?
I've got to go Fulham. I've got to go Fulham. I just think, I know they've got a game in hand, Cardiff, but that game in hand's against Derby away, and Derby are playing better than what they were when the game got called off, Jeff. And that's the problem they have. I just think psychologically, them just taking them over, I just think Fulham do it now and they go on and win it. I mean, they're on a run. What's it, 20 games
20
in the Championship? I mean, it's unthinkable. It's just a phenomenal run, because that's a hard league.